presentation of the National Football League.
We're about 10 miles due east of the U.S. Capitol building at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Today, a good matchup in the NFC. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. Daniels now going to look to throw. A screen set up for Krosky Merritt. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 20. First down, Washington.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd
and 10.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
On play action, Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks, allow your team to get settled in, don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, he made the right move.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll run, and here's the rookie from Notre Dame. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Deron Payne there for the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold him to a gain of 2.
Still makes the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And the Seahawks,
A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A pickup there of 25 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. On play action, here's Darnold. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Commanders are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
The Commanders offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They're going to put a man in motion to the right. Now it's the Arizona product, that is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Play action. Here's Daniels. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball to tie his point, but come down with the pick.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
On the throwaway.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Here's Tress Way now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Seahawks offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Start on the ground, and he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a Big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. It's complete. He's got covered. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
In motion is Barner. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Taken in right side by Barner. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. He'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Throwing, Darnold. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Oh, a loose football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Recovered by the offense.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. Last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal as we are ready to get back underway. This one incomplete. It is batted away in the end zone. And now it's 4th down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense headed back to take over once more. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
A 4-yard loss.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Coming across, he's got it in the hands of Williams. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Washington. 37 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll step up and run this. He elects to go down to the ground and give himself up.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Krosky Merritt to run again. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Second and inches. Off the zone read, Daniels gonna hang on to it. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
This one complete. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To Luke McCaffrey. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Throwing now. Daniel. He's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
That's good.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
On the zone read, Krosky Merritt. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Great job here by the defense, making sure that they have one defender responsible for the running back and one responsible for the quarterback. In this case, they decide to give it to the back. He's taken down for a loss.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll try to run for it, and he's into the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it, and the Commanders move out to a 7-3 lead.
Commanders 7, Seahawks 3. Jake Moody to
So,
kick off.
following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. He'll complete it to Barner. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Darnold. He takes off, and he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Commanders' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Williams in motion. The drive begins with a run by White. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Moving left.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. A pick up there of 19 yards. Good for a Commanders 1st down.
And a Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. Taking off.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Off Play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Daniels. He'll run again. And Daniels will have the first down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They've got it at the 8. First down and goal. They'll send the receiver in motion to the left. They'll run with White. And he will score! Rashad White. Touchdown, Washington. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Commanders extend their advantage to 14-3.
Score, Commanders 14, Seahawks 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Corey Horton now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Darnold. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll go right and find his running back, and he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll set up the screen to Charbonnet. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now Seattle will use the final timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after after the halftime break because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3. Darnold to throw again. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's another
A
Seahawks.
big play for Seattle. 35 yards.
11-yard line.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Seahawks take over.
Well, Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll go play action with Darnold. That's into the hands of Emmanuel Wilson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Caleb Long chase on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. On play action, here's Darnold. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll swing this one out to Wilson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Really nice job by the secondary. It's clear the offense was trying to put some layers and take a deep shot to pick up this first down, but with nowhere to go, the quarterback's got no choice but to check the ball down. They do a great job tackling in space and keeps him short of the first down.
Fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll run, and this is Jeremy McNichols. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. Third down coming up. Daniels now going to look to throw. That one on target for Williams. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Moody now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Commanders move out to a 21-3 advantage. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Shaheed now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And this is going to be a Seahawks first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll run it on first down to Charbonnet. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Down at the 41. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 41. Here's 2nd down and 9. Up the middle they go. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Open man, right side, he's got it. A gain there of 15. First down, Seattle.
A gain of 15. First down, Seattle.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline, it really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback. And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Throwing on 2nd down, Darnold. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 15-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll give on the ground, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Feels like they needed that sack. This entire drive, it feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
A 40-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. On the return, here comes White. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Washington.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
He'll step up and run. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
18 more yards. That's another Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes. Derek Hall in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Well, we see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. Luke McCaffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to take over possession of the football. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. In motion is Barner. Darnold to throw on 1st down. Taken in right side by Barner. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
At the 14-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Darnold to throw. To the middle with the puck. And he's taken down up past the 35. A gain there of 24 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Seattle.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming down.
Taken down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
They'll come to the line now on second and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the sack.
What can they do here on third down and 7? To throw is Darnold. Take a shot. Downfield, looking for Puck. That's caught! And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 38 yards.
And they decide to bring pressure here on third down, but he does a really nice job, remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes second and goal.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Here's Darnold. He's got it at the 3. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. Now, Darnold. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
On the handoff, it's White. Ooh, well, now you see him, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6.
On the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd
Sometimes
down
it's those
and
footsteps.
4.
I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So while they fail to connect on this one, I don't really blame him for continuing to give his guy a shot in tight coverage. When you have someone as special as he is, you can't only throw him the ball when he's open. It's just not going to be enough opportunities. There's not going to be enough volume. So every now and then, there is a calculated risk where even if it's not the ideal window or situation, you've got to give a guy like him as many chances at the ball as you can.
3rd and 5. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Been a largely forgettable performance from this offense up until this point, Mike. I mean, these sacks, they just continue to stop so many of their drives throughout the entire game. And then you look up at the scoreboard, and it pretty much reflects that here in the 4th quarter.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will have the Seahawks 1st down on what will be a big play there for 4th and long.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Darnold to throw on second down. Shaheed with the catch. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
And it's third down.
Darnold to throw again. And that is incomplete.
At this stage in the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Here's Darnold again. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge fourth down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand.
The Commanders' offense make their way out to take over once more. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation, use as much clock as possible, up a couple of scores as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and a give to White, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Now pass deep from McLaurin. He's got it! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And the Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's McNichol. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
Up 2nd and 8.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with McNichol. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, you've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down, but he goes nowhere. Ball doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
On the tackle. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Moody's kick is good. And the Commanders will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Rudy comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Shaheed now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. He'll locate Cup. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
These could be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Right, Smith and Jigba has it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And that is incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Darnold to the air once more. The second down throw is incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Commanders are winners as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.